Hi there, I'm June. So you probably saw the title of this video. I'm going to get into all the topics. First, let me go back to when it all started in 2018 when I first started playing League. So I was a Dota player, but after going to college, I met all of my friends who were all League players, so I thought, why not? It's a different MOBA, but I probably have the same mechanics that I can play as well. And indeed, I was as good as my friends like after 1 to 2 months. So I thought, hey, I watched Dota 2 esports, so I might as well go and look at LOL esports. So I went and watched the 2017 Grand Finals between LCK and SSG. Okay, no, SKT and SKT versus SSG. Game 1 was pretty boring. Game 2 was meh. And then came to Game 3. The final game before elimination. Kkoma picked Karma for Faker. Now in theory, Faker is the best player during that time, right? Or if Faker was the best player on SKT at that moment. You put your best player on a support champ, and then they lost the finals. That was probably the moment where I started disliking this champion. Fast forward to LCK Spring 2018. At the time I wanted to be a fan of one team. So I thought I don't want to be a bandwagon and just go on SKT like my friends, All my friends are SKT fans just because they've been playing League. It's like you must be an SKT fan or some shit. Yeah, they won 3 championships. So at the time there was a team called Jin A. And at the time Jin A was really good at StarCraft 2. So I thought I wanted to root for Jin A. And on Jin A's best player was Teddy. I thought, wow, this is a really good ADC. I'm gonna root for him. I ain't gonna be a bandwagon. I'm gonna decide on my own team. I want them to do the best. So I became a fan of Jin A. And I forgot when. I think it was during 2019 summer or before that. Teddy, he went to SKT. Now all my friends are like, yes, come to the dark side, my boy. It was destiny that I would end up an SKT fan, I guess. And then a little bit over a year after that, GA just disbanded. So after Teddy went to to SKT, they started winning. I think they won like probably at least 3 splits. And then they went to the quarterfinals of Worlds 2019, I think. And then after that came the dark times. The times where they were not really that good. And your boy Kkoma kept picking Karma for Faker. I think it's in his name, you see that? So Kkoma and Karma, you put it together is KKOARMA. He probably thought like, oh shit, it's like I'm in the game. Fuck. So he kept picking Faker, Karma. It was then I thought this guy probably has a hard-on for Karma. And from this point, I will let you know that I don't have this idolization of Faker and Kkoma. I just started watching during 2018. I didn't watch the times when they won like those 3 championships. I think after this, Kkoma went to the LPL. I think he went to VG Gaming. I think they were called Rare Atom over there. But even after that, they still kept picking Karma for Faker for some reason. I remember this one game I was so annoyed because I think that game SKT had Faker on Karma, Teddy on Aphelios, and I think Effort was on Nautilus, and then Curse of the jungler at the time, I forgot he was on Volibear. And then top lane I forgot. And Faker during the team fights kept shielding Aphelios. That's not how you're supposed to use Karma. We'll talk about it a bit later. But your shield is more effective on the tank. You should shield Volibear or Nautilus. I mean, if you're shielding Aphelios, that means that Aphelios is probably getting caught already. That you needed to shield. But we got bigger problems at hand if you are already shielding the Aphelios. So let's fast forward to right now. LCK Spring 2021. Kkoma came to DK. And I was like, shit. Please don't let Showmaker pick Karma. Please don't let Showmaker pick Karma. And you know what? They didn't do it. The whole split, they didn't pick Karma. and they won the LCK Spring Split. I was like, yo, this Kkoma, he probably gave up on his fetish for this character. He probably gave up on BBW. But you know, after that, they lost the MSI finals to RNG. Fast forward to right now, LCK Summer Split 2021. And your boy couldn't help himself, you know. He held it in himself for one split, just one split. Then there he goes again. He started picking Karma for Showmaker. So let's now talk about the characteristics of Karma. And I am in no way against the design of the character. I like the design of the character actually. You know, this some kind of Indian Ionian character. It looks pretty cool, I like it. I have no problem with the design whatsoever. I have the problem with how the LCK players use this character and draft around it, the pick ban phase. So let's talk about Karma's skills. There is the Q, which is a blast, and it slows the enemy target. If you are the Q, it is a bigger range, I think. And then there's the W, which you practically need to be in melee or short range to get it to work, and it's just a root, it's not even a stun. You have to put yourself in harm's way. And then let's talk about the E. The E is the primary reason you pick this champion. It's a shield that gives movement speed. If you are it, it's even better. So how does the shield work? How does the shield work in League of Legends? So Karma's shield, which is a white shield, it just acts like extra HP. So other physical resistances and magical resistances are working on it as well. So what's the best way to use the shield? The most effective way to use the shield is to shield a tank. Because a tank will use the extra HP more efficiently than, I don't know, an ADC, which buys no armor or no magic resistance most of the time. Unless you're like Ezreal and you buy that frozen heart and shit. If you are shielding an ADC 300 HP, it'll most likely just be worth that 300 HP. But if you're shielding a tank, that 300 HP shield might be worth like 600 if he has like over 100 armor and MR. I'm not talking about the mathematics or calculation, you can ask LS about that. Now let's go to the pick and ban phase. Now let's talk about what kind of champion this is. If you're picking this support champ as one of your main roles, i.e. mid and top, but you and I know that your team needs to end within 30 minutes, all these champs gonna be useless after everyone gets 6 items or something. Support champs need to end the game early. Of course, not all of the time. There are exceptions to this rule. Another characteristic of this champion is bad from behind but good from ahead. Now you can say that about every champion, but it's especially more on supports. Now a team like DK, one of the top 2 teams in LCK, will always find a way to get ahead. So for them, Karma appears to be a good champion, since they always will have someone that's fed that they can shield to go in. Let's look at this game, week 1, Down1 versus T1. Game 3, they pick Akali, Xin Zhao, Karma, Kaisa, and Rel. Now who's the best person to shield in this team? It's obviously Rel, but Rel is the support. They won that game, but they had a really rough time playing that game. They made it hard on themselves just for picking this champion. Every time they win with this champion, Kkoma's gonna give them false hope, saying, "Hey, this champion's good. You know, you can shield Kaisa, you can shield the ADC." Now let's talk about what kind of champions Karma might be good at, if you really want to play Karma on your team. So Karma's shield and movement speed buff is ideally for a champion like Udyr. Udyr benefits greatly from the movement speed as well as the armor. He can tank longer. Assuming if you're playing tank Udyr, which 99% of the time it is. But currently, you know the meta right now. The meta right now is, you know, your freaking vehicles, your freaking Gwens, your freaking Renekton's. None of which build armor or MR, by the way. They only build HP items, the strike breakers, the steroid gauges. This meta is terrible for Karma, and they are still somehow picking and banning it. I saw a lot of teams banning this champ. Not even Khan, DK Khan, no, even he's not even playing Sion anymore. No one's playing a tank top anymore. Okay, after that, DK lost 2 games in a row with Karma. The second game they had Udyr, but the game was 40 minutes, so the champ's useless after 30, as I said. It was probably around this time that, you know, Ghost got ghosted they picked Maorang, and then Maorang went to the jungle, and then Canyon went to mid, and then Showmaker went to ADC. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about this champion. Again, I don't necessarily hate this champion. I like the design very much. And it's not necessarily a bad champion, it's easy to use. And if you got good draft around it, then it's good. But right now, it's a bruiser meta. And none of these guys are playing any tanks right now. There's actually no reason to pick this champion other than buying that Cerulous item. That movement speed support item boosts the whole team. But you can just get another champion to buy the item as well. You don't necessarily need a mid carry support karma to buy the item. You can just get your support to buy it if you really need that movement speed. My biggest fear is during this year's 2021 Worlds Grand Finals, a game 5 between, I don't know, DK versus, I'll give FPX just for the story, Nuguri versus his old team. And during that game 5, Kkoma, with his raging erection, just can't help himself. He tells Showmaker, you know there's a lot of pressure on your hands. Just play something simple for you. Don't need to be so stressed. Don't need any of your mechanical skills. And then he picks Karma. Then you know that I'll be here in my heart saying, we freaking lost. I don't want you to pick a simple champion in a game 5. I don't want you to pick non-mechanical champions. I don't want you to pick an easy champion to use. You are a great player. I want you to play something mechanically skilled that you can outplay the enemy team. And worst of all, if you're picking a support champion for your main, that means you are relying on your other players on your team. Do you think it would have worked when at that time Faker was playing with Blank, Effort, and right now Kana and Curse? But right now Faker's not picking that champion. Good for them. So yeah, that's all I got to say about this. So see you next time.